Cranberry.
TV sound system, I'm telling you, massive. We're just here, just keeping the thing live, keep the thing going, and I'm feeling the vibes. And you see now, this is my part of the interview. Because you're notorious on the sound clash team.
Yeah, man.
So we've got that little part out of the way now. Let's talk about the whole sound system thing. How did you become to just get yourself into that the sound arena? How did that come about?
In the sound arena, when we created the sound, or you mean when we started sound clashing?
In the clashing.
Okay, into the clashing, the first sound clash for Heartical official, because we had a lot of friendly dub-v-dubs or competitive jugglings, but which were never billed as sound clashes, okay? Yeah. So the first official sound clash with a flyer saying this song against that song was Heartical versus Run Song. Run Song was the ruling song in the Netherlands. Mm-hmm. It's an old sound from the 80s, so it's over 20 years in existence.
Yeah, okay.
They have an incredible dub box, and we were the underdog because that was our first clash, and everybody said, okay, they're going to whip you down quick. And we won that clash to the surprise of a lot of people. Okay. So that was 2003, and the clash took place in Belgium, which is neutral ground because it's between the Netherlands and France. Mm-hmm. So that was a very good start, and we really enjoyed the vibe. And we said, okay, let's go. It's always a lucky thing when you win your first clash, because if you lose it, you might get discouraged or feel like it's an ungrateful job. But after that, it gives you wings. So
do you remember your first dub plate? The first
of course. Oh, you can't forget your first dub plate.
What was the first dub plate?
The first man who recorded the dub plate for Heartical was an artist called Bucky Ranks. Bucky Ranks is a singer which used to sing on Youth Promotion Sound System, which was the sound system of Sugar Minot, and Lee's Unlimited, and some more sounds. He's an artist and still releasing music nowadays, and he's also an actor. Maybe you've seen this film called With a Ragamuffin.
Mm-hmm. Bucky Ranks
is starring in that movie. So it was we just get to meet with him. The vibes was nice, and we told him like, oh, maybe you could do some special for us just for the vibes like this, with no financial business behind or whatever. And he said, yeah, I would love to do that. So we just had to build a studio. I remember we had a little mic and a mini disc player, and we just stick that the way we could to fix it as a studio, and he recorded that special, and I still have it in my collection. It's an acetate, because at the time you would cut your dub plates on lacquer and play them like this, and it still plays, and it's a wicked special. Yeah, but that was really the best way to start the dub business.
Definitely massive. And for the people, like I said, TV sound system, Heartical Sound, all the way from Paris over there in France. And like you said earlier, you've been on the whole sound clash scene. In that. Let's talk about some of the clashes that you've won, because there's some international clashes, some big scale clashes that you've been on.
True.
And literally dominated the clash from start to finish, got the trophy and everything. Just let the people know some of the titles that you've won over the years.
True. So we won that title I was talking about was the War in Belgium title. So that was 2003. Then we had in 2006 we won that Heidelberg Sound Clash War, which was Heartical versus Rootsman representing for the UK, and Heartical representing for France. And after that we won in 2009 the Venice International Sound Clash Trophy 2, which is a trophy that is held in the city of Venice in Italy. Okay. Very beautiful city, and that was against Northern Lights, which is a sound from Italy. And then we've been involved in a lot of other clashes, so it's been like I didn't count, but we also clashed with Love Injection.
I was in the building, man. Trust me. I was there, man. I was there, definitely, man. You know how we do that, man. Trust me, definitely. So big up, on a different off-camera team. But talking about the whole sound clash thing, and a lot of a lot of sound man don't really normally talk about it, but your hardest clash. Where was the clash where you thought you was in a situation where you're thinking, yo, it ain't working out for me, man, or this sound was giving you so much pressure where you had to really dig extra deep than what you would normally do? Was there a sound that took it to you like that?
I would say It's hard to say. Like I would balance it between Love Injection because we really dominated them on the counteraction level, but they managed to get the crowd and the referee, which was most important, to believe that they won. So we ended up, that clash was tight. So
that was a tight clash.
It was 1 point each round. We took one round, they took one round. We took another round, they took another round. So we were tied, and then we started the dub. It was 10 tune each, and we ended up 10-10. So 5-5. I mean, so a perfect equality. So it was just one dub which changed the issue of the night. And I believe that my dub was stronger than their dub, but that's obviously totally my personal opinion. They played a song which I can find in my box. I played a song that they cannot find in their box because I am the only man who was playing that tune. That's the Jamaicans' Baba Boom. It's a Jamaican festival song, very popular, but that nobody ever cut on special. I was the first man to cut that special. So I believe that tune was stronger than the regular Mighty Diamonds, I Need a Roof, which I have, and X amount of songs have in their box. But that's my opinion, and they managed to get the referee to say that they won. So they won at the end.
But the vibes in that night, it was electric. It was crazy vibes.
Yeah, because it was really, sometimes you have a song that dominates the other song straight. And I say that's no fun because at the end of the day you want to see action. So if you already know who's gonna win, there is no more action. Action is gone. So I love when it's a tight clash.
And how do you prepare yourself for a sound clash?
That's a lot of work actually, because nowadays, as you know, we do a lot of custom versions just for the night. So that's something that before used to be very exclusive, and nowadays it's become a regular thing. Like you don't go to a clash without hearing at least 5-6 tunes that are made just for that night. Unless it is specified in the rules that you don't play customs, which tend to happen because it's costing so much to the sounds that they want to cut down on that spending. So, but yes, it's a lot of work. So you use your links, obviously. All the artists who have worked through the year, all the artists from the label, you call them. You say, okay, I've got this clash. Can you do this for me?
Do you ever take time out to research the other sound that you're clashing?
Of course. You have to study your opponent, as a wise man says. Only a fool goes to battle without studying, without knowing his opponent.
Definitely, trust me.
A mad move, like to take a challenge. You can have a lot of surprises nowadays with Western Union and internet working to the max for dub plates. So you book up on a little country song and he can play you some incredible dubs. So you better study your opponent before you go to war.
Trust me, TV sound system. We're here live and direct, like we says, France to the UK, Heartical Sound live and direct on TV sound system. We're gonna keep the thing flowing without a doubt, man. Trust me. Now, you obviously said earlier on in the interview all your influences, and obviously you know how each of the sound systems do their thing in each different country. How do you see the vibes different from the way how the sound systems play, for instance, in the UK, to how they play in the US, to how they play in Jamaica, to how they play in Europe? How does the style differ?
The style doesn't differ so much nowadays because, as I was saying, internet have given access to everybody. So to the knowledge of emceeing and of juggling and doing dances. So you only have schools, I would say. You have modern soundman who juggle and cut their songs every 20 seconds, and then in England you also have steppers people like Shaka and Oldisby and Ashanti who would play a tune for the whole 4 minutes without a speech or anything. It depends. So it's only different schools, but you cannot anymore say that there is a big barrier between. You would be surprised when you hear like German sounds juggling in a dance and emceeing. You would believe they are Yard. You can't believe they are German because they would use the latest slang, the latest swag
and just keep up with the vibes.
And play the latest tune because they just get them the same time it come out at the computer. I wouldn't say off at the press because nobody can press record again. So when it come out at the hard drive, they get it the same time as the main DJs on IRI FM. So there is no more time difference between the world and Jamaica. So everything is direct. You know?
And a few people, I mean, the word is kind of like circling around. People are saying like the whole clash, the clash scene is dying out now. there's no more good sounds out there. What's your views on the current situation
you
of
can't say
the
there is
sound
more
clash
good
thing?
sounds. There is good sounds out there, and there is, but you need to build back the interest, and you need to bring back certain vibes. I would say in the clash that were maybe missing. We had a lot of multi-competitors clashes. It's best to have a one-on-one to really see how deep the box is really of a sound, because just playing 10 minutes rounds and 5 minutes rounds, you can't really go deep. So and most of the songs would go for the easiest way to get a forward, which is only normal. You want to win that clash after all. You don't want to lose. So that's not when you're going to hear deep music or really something different. So that's why I tend to say bring back the one-on-one clashes. And then the clash movement, people say it's dying. Okay, it's dying, but compared to 20 years ago, it has expanded incredibly. Now you go to Austria, you go to Belgium, you go to Spain, and there is clashes. Sorry, but when I started this, there was no clash in none of these places. You couldn't go there and watch a clash on a regular basis, or you didn't have no year-to-year event. Now you have that, so how can you say it's dying? It's still well alive. The only thing is that the venues are half empty, but it's not only sound system, it's all the type of concerts, because I'm in music to another level. I work also for French music export, so I have an eye on the world, I would say, and I can tell you it's everywhere because of the laws banning the smoking. Lots of people prefer to stay at home than to the club because of the noise abatement tax in certain places. You can't plug a proper system again because of the prices rising and the people lacking money. So all of these factors mixed together make the thing like look grim, but in fact it could pick up any moment.
Definitely, trust me. And in terms of like all those things that you said that was kind of like not necessarily flopping the sounds, the whole clash thing. But another thing that could make things better is the actual sound systems improving.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of events going on, and like we said, some people don't want to come up, but the people who are coming out are coming out, and the sound systems them ain't even really up to scratch. In your terms, in the experience that you've got, what does it take right now to be up there and to call this? Because you know everybody's called it, I'm the #1 sound, I'm this and that. What does it really take to be up there with the top guns?
Yeah, to be there, it takes you some good competitions, like to expose yourself, because obviously even if you have the best box in the world, if you don't go to war, nobody is going to rate you, you know, you have to use those weapons. So lots of sounds are cutting dubs and don't go to war. So first advice, go to war, you're going to love it. Maybe you get beat up, but at least you learn something. So at the end of the day, it's a good deal, believe me. And then obviously what you need to have is a good interaction with between the opponents. So try to create something about the music instead of calling yourself names or talking about the sexual attitude of your opponent. Better focus on the music.